In an old cafe strewn with corroded wooden tables and chairs, Omar, a young man in his late 20s, sits contemplating his cup of coffee. The place is bustling with conversations, but Omar seems isolated in his own world. Scattered papers in front of him on the table are full of drawings and ideas. Occasionally, Omar scrolls through his mobile phone, looking for something that interests him. Omar walks around the park, where children play and adults jogging. Omar sits on a wooden bench under a huge tree, watching people around him. Suddenly, he sees a child holding a simple toy of his own making, and Omar's eyes shine with a new idea. He quickly records his notes in his little notebook, with a big smile on his face. A small room full of clutter, with books and papers strewn on the floor and table. Omar sits in front of his laptop, working his new idea. He switches between different programs, trying to finalize his design. Fatigue appears on his face, but he continues to work tirelessly. A spacious hall full of people, where startups move between kiosks to showcase their ideas and products. Omar wears an elegant suit and stands in front of his private stall, displaying models of his new toy. A successful businessman named Samir approaches him and starts a friendly conversation with him. They exchange ideas, and Samir shows great interest in Omar's project. Spacious and tidy office with panoramic city views. Samir sits behind his lavish desk, while Omar sits in front of him nervously. Samir opens a conversation about the possibilities of investing in Omar's project, offering him a large sum as a start. They sign the contract, and Omar's face shows features of happiness and satisfaction. A factory full of machines and workers who make toys with their own hands. Omar walks around the factory with the production manager, watching the manufacturing process of his new toy. He talks with workers and gives them tips to improve production. Omar feels proud to see his idea turn into a real product. Modern office in a newly designed company. Omar sits behind his desk, receiving an important phone call. His face shows anxiety after the call ends, as he faces a legal problem related to the property rights of his idea. He is frustrated and confused about how to deal with the crisis. Omar's simple home, where he sits with his family at the dinner table. Omar talks about his legal problem and is frustrated. His father approaches him, telling him about an old friend who works as a lawyer. They agree to communicate with him to solve the problem. The family feels optimistic and hopeful. The courtroom is filled with a formal and serious atmosphere. The lawyer stands by Omar before the judge, presenting his strong defense of Omar's rights to the idea. After a short deliberation, the judge announces his ruling in Omar's favor. Omar breathes a sigh of relief, feels relieved and happy. A modern television studio, where Omar sits in front of the presenter. He talks about his experience in developing his project and the challenges he faced. The audience listens attentively, and the emotion appears on their faces. Omar receives many invitations to appear on other programs and talk about his success. Stock trading floor, where activity and movement prevail. Omar stands with his financial team, enthusiastically watching the performance of his company's shares after its IPO. Stocks rise rapidly, and trading volume increases. Omar feels proud and happy to achieve great financial success. Large office equipped with the latest technology in a modern skyscraper. Omar meets with his executive team, discussing the company's global expansion plans. On his face are signs of ambition and a desire for more successes. They are making a plan to expand production and open new markets. Luxury house with sea view. Omar sits in the living room, talking to his wife about the stress he faces from working. The wife is concerned about Omar's mental and physical health and suggests that he take a short break to relax. They agree to travel for a holiday with family, a green island surrounded by clear blue waters. Omar enjoys his time with his family, practicing recreational activities and enjoying the stunning views. He feels inner peace and regains his energy. Omar decides to balance his work and personal life to maintain his happiness and health. A large hall full of ambitious young people. Omar stands on stage, talking about his journey from the simple idea to becoming a famous millionaire. It encourages young people to pursue their dreams and work hard to achieve them. He receives standing ovations from the audience and feels proud to be an inspiration to others.